everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout. So this is a companion page to the layout I did last week if they go up in the order they're supposed to. And originally I was going to do all 6 or all 5 pictures together, but the layout last week, the pictures were so soft. This is later that day, and because my granddaughter is working on that red drawing, it's really bright. So I decided to separate them out and then just tell a different portion of the story here. So I'm using the same blue paper to mount these photos as I did the photos last week in the lovely layout, and that will help join them together because they're going to be, if they're not across from each other in my books, they'll be one after the other. So that blue paper is Maggie Holmes Heritage. It's the library paper. And I'm mounting it on that striped paper, which is Crate Paper Marigold. It's the Dream Big paper. And then that's going to go on the polka dotted paper, which is Crate Paper Marigold Freshly Picked. So I liked the, I loved the sort of soft rainbow behind this paper. So it still feels feminine, but it's a little bit different from that other layout. So they'll work together, but they're not exactly the same. So now I'm just going through, I have all my crate paper and Maggie Holmes paper in the same Cropper Hopper envelope now because I don't have enough of any collection. I just sort of use them together. And that's what I'm going to do here. I was looking for some sort of journaling piece, and that's where I came up with that journaling box. That's from, it's something crate paper, but I don't know what it is. The same here with this house. I saw this house which was from a cut apart, but because this is home in their home, I thought it would be cute. On top of it, I'm still doing Calvin Ball here, which I explained last week what that is. It's a Scrap Happy March. It happens during the month of March. It's a crazy month-long cropping contest for points, which I don't ever win, but I have fun recording my points, and it challenged you. So one of the things on the list was houses, and so here's this house, which I think is was one of the pieces on it. So I was happy to do that. All right, so then I'm going through one of these pieces, crate paper pieces, and grabbing some words there. I grabbed that cut apart little banner there that says Sweet Moments, and I cut 2 other pieces apart that I decided I didn't love. So I went back in again, and now I'm finding one, and you can't see it because I'm a little off camera here so that I can cut it, that says A Favorite Moment, and it's bringing out kind of the peachy color here because that drawing is red, but it's sort of peachy. Plus there's kind of a peachy pinky background there. And then there's some peachy pink and peach, actually a lighter pink in that rainbow stripe. So it's just sort of all coming together there. I knew I had some wood veneer houses. So once I decided on that house there, I decided I would actually use that on this layout. Use the wood veneer houses. Those wood veneer houses are coming from Color Cast Designs. So there's something that I bought a while ago because I liked it. Houses is one of those more generic embellishments that you can use on almost any layout. And so I like to have some of those around if I can. You know, not always. I don't always have them around, but they are nice to have around if you can. So when I did an order from Color Cast, I decided these would be kind of cute to add in. Okay, so I'm adding those in, and then what I did is I have this notepad thing from Crate Paper, which it's from Maggie Holmes Carousel, and it's a sticky notepad, and I think I bought it at like Tuesday morning for nothing. I've barely used any of these. They're really not, you know, they come off like any other sticky notes. You can see them on the left, but they're so small. You would really use them to, you wouldn't use them to write notes on, but they're great for banners and just little embellishment cluster things to start embellishment clusters off. So that's what I'm kind of doing here is I'm starting, well, this one, the embellishment cluster like foundation there is the Sweet Moments, but on top, that'll kind of start off that'll start the embellishment cluster off. And I didn't put that one on the bottom because or in the middle there with the paper house. There was plenty of stuff going on in that one already. I didn't think it needed to be any bigger. So I'm inking everything with my Memento Dewdrop in gray flannel just because there's so many different elements here from so many different manufacturers, and I thought it would really help to ink that so that we get a common edge. Also, I think maybe Maggie Holmes papers, because they are more vintage, they're a great paper for inking anyway. All right, so adding all of this in. That one thick wood veneer house there came from Ellie's studio, by the way. So all the other ones, the other two are from Colorcast Designs. All right, so kind of playing with, again, just arrangements here of how things are going to work, making sure I get things inked. And they're just little simple clusters, but I really like how these work, and then the focus still stays on the photo. So the story behind these photos is this was later that day where her hair was straightened, and my daughter-in-law said she couldn't stop touching it because it felt so different to her. And in these photos, she's 3. By the time you see these, this particular video, she will have turned 4, but she just couldn't get over how different it felt. I added that little All My Heart sort of arrow bannery wood veneer piece, and that is from Ellie's studio as well. I'm thinking about putting some hearts on this, and then I see that thinking about like some pink hearts. I see that blue heart, and that wood veneer house there felt a little empty, so that blue heart was perfect, and it brought out some of the blues from the scallop circles in that background. So I just like the way that worked. These are some puffy stickers here from Maggie Holmes Willow Lane, and it's the puffy stickers. And I'm going to use a couple of houses here. Again, just continuing with that whole house idea. So I'm playing with colors here, thinking about adding one up in there or one down here, but it just felt like too much. So I end up with 2 down here, one in a pink and one in a peach, and none anywhere else. And I think that's fine. There's plenty of like a house. It's definitely a house theme here for sure. So now I want to add in some enamel dots. That was one of the things that was on the list for Calvin Ball, and I use them to finish off layouts all the time anyway. So I grabbed my Altenew Red Cosmos enamel dots there to finish off the embellishment clusters there. So 3 in each cluster, just kind of scattered around. Sometimes I put them on the edge. Lots of times I put them on the edge of things. Sometimes I just let them out in the, don't quote attach them to anything. And again, when you're embellishing, the more layers you can touch with an embellishment, the better it is. So you'll see like the wood houses are touching the other pieces in those clusters to help bring the clusters together. So that's the cluster should be a cluster, so close together. And that helps everything look cohesive. So there is the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye, everybody.